thank you for tuning in to the continuing adventures of Captain Caveman and Glacia, who, as you can see, is becoming somewhat of a moose furry or something. But, Cam, are you here? Is Cam here?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hopefully everyone can hear Cam / the game, and we won't have any double audio issues or anything like that. I've been doing some testing. The one thing that might be a little off is levels, because I did have to delete some audio sources and recreate them and things like that. So it might not be perfect, but I'm sure with the feedback from chat we can get things tweaked right. But as you can see, I have done a little bit of backtracking here. I am back in Liurnia, scenic Liurnia, because we have a person to talk to before we move on to our next area for today. And she is already talking to me. Let me go find her.
Oh.
Look at this gal. Oop.
Is it Raya?
It is Raya.
She's the best. It's like one of my favorite NPCs in this game.
She's a great NPC, yeah.
Yeah.
Emo says stream sounds perfect. Awesome.
Amazing. Good.
You know,
The rare Swaff stream dub, yeah.
We should have a PvP counter for us versus OBS.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Anyways, what Raya is telling you right now is that she has I think it's a brooch. Is that right? Brooch? How do you say that?
Oh. Emma says that I am really, really loud.
Oh, okay. I can bring you down.
Please do.
Anyways, she has a thing that has been stolen from her, a piece of jewelry, and has been stolen by a tarnished. She asked if I am willing to fight my own kind to take it back for her. I am saying yes. I not only like Raya a lot, but I like the way in which her storyline, or at least the beginning of it, is intertwined with this other guy, Boggart, who has a really distinctive voice and a great voice actor. Where exactly is he? He is here. Oop.
I'm farming root resin while you deal with that.
What is root resin?
You have to use it to make basically the pine resin stuff, the stuff to light your weapon on fire. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing.
Let's see. Aha, okay. The Boil Prawn Shack. Where this man is boiling some prawns. I'm telling him, give me the necklace.
Give me the necklace.
Imagine you're just boiling some prawns, and someone holding the sword that Glacia is currently holding walks up to you and says, give me the necklace. Oh, he made a deal with me, or he's trying to make a deal with me, but I did not read what it was. Do I want to make the deal, or do I want to refuse?
Yeah, just make the deal with him.
Oh, yeah, he seems like a chill dude.
Yeah.
Ammo said make the deal.
Ammo says make the deal.
Okay, so I think I'm buying it off of him. I think that's the deal.
Yeah, he says you'll buy it for me, and you can go take it back to her, yeah.
The necklace description, by the way, says, necklace stolen from Raya by the Blackguard. Features a relief of a dignified-looking woman from a foreign country. It appears to hold great significance for Raya. I'm buying it, and he will not talk to me, will he? Hold on, I'm going to turn the game up just a little bit, just so I can hear a little bit better. Hopefully that is not blasting for anybody. Okay. Well, let's see if he'll say anything else. He's kind of like a sailor's mouth compared to most Souls NPCs.
Yeah. He swears a lot. I'm trying to think if there's any other character in the Souls game that's like that.
I'm sure there are like small examples here and there, but it's like baked into his character in a way that I don't think it ever has been before in the series. Okay, so now I can ask him about Raya.
He doesn't like her very much.
He does not. I'm forgetting why he doesn't like her. What's his backstory with her?
He doesn't like nobles.
Oh,
he's like
gotcha.
noble. He doesn't like dislike her really. He just thinks she's like stupid and pampered and easy to steal from, basically.
Right. He just wants to boil his prawns.
Yeah. He's one of the people in this game that does not like nobles very much. One of those types.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going here. I need to just leave both these markers down. Alright, Raya says, when I return her necklace. Whoop. She's got a bit of a hunch.
Yeah.
Or a posture.
She's got she's got a computer neck thing going on.
Yeah, that's true. This is what every person will look like in the year 2050. Yeah. Man, she calls him a thug.
Yeah. No love lost between Blackguard and
right.
And Raya. They don't really like each other very much. And that's okay, because I like both of them.
Yes, so. they are great in completely opposite ways, yeah. I'm giving her the necklace, and she says that she's in my debt. And now she's like actually introducing herself. Ooh, okay, so she tells me that she's in the service of Lady Tanith of Volcano Manor, and she is seeking strong tarnished like me, which is, I guess, why she gave me the challenge of, like, go fight this guy for my necklace. And it's funny that she doesn't actually see that I don't fight him. I just buy it from him.
One of the things that I love about that is there's kind of like an implication that that she might have like gone to him first, and he's like, yeah, I'll take care of that for you, and he just like robs her.
That's funny. But yeah, she says that one of the things she likes about me is that I'm merciless, which I must have been in order to get this necklace back from her.
Right. Yeah, she thinks that he's just like the worst, basically. That he's completely disagreeable, like will never do anything for anybody.
All right, she gave me a Volcano Manor invitation. I would like to read that. Let's see. Where is it? Is it not in the key items? Oh, here it is. It is in the info section. Letter given by Raya as thanks for retrieving her necklace. Contains an invitation to Volcano Manor. Quote, brave tarnished, seek the Altus Plateau in the realm of the Erd Tree. Prove yourself by making this journey, and the Volcano Manor will fully extend its invitation to fight amongst a family of champions. So we're doing some fighting with some people who have committed themselves to becoming strong. More on that later. Let's see what else she has to say to me. Oh, this is her telling me like how I can like shortcut my way to Volcano Manor. Have you ever, well, I guess I'm sure you've done sequence breaking runs, but I'm wondering how common it is for people to do Volcano Manor really early. I've always come across it like after I finished Liurnia and Caelid.
I do like the Covenant quests early for Volcano Manor every
Oh, yeah.
game.
Why is that?
But there's only so far you can get before it's before like you have to get to Mountaintops of the Giants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
The
but,
last
like,
guy you have to fight for them is in Mountaintops,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But like the reason that it's like a decent-ish thing to do kind of early is that you can sort of like, you know, you can like get a whole lot of rewards really early. And I personally I really like the Talisman Taker's cameo, like for the early like stretches of the game if I can get a hold of it.
What does it do?
Taker's cameo, every time you kill an enemy, you get a little bit of health back.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's helpful.
Which I find very useful for whenever I'm doing stuff like this. Like, I typically will, whenever we do co-op streams, I will use a whatever, you know, the equivalent of it is in that game, because it helps me sustain a little bit longer. And without having to just, like, use a ton of items all the time.
Right. Yeah, if you're just like burning through fodder enemies and also have a reduced Estus and can't recharge it, that seems very helpful.
Right. And also like there's some neat, like, I don't know, there's some neat rewards, and also the Recusant guy that's there that sells you Ashes of War has like a really big stock of Ashes of War there. So if you're wanting to like, he has a lot of them. So if you're wanting a big chunk of them, he has them, and it's easy to get to them and buy them and stuff. So
I am now trying to make my way to Mount Gelmir. I don't have any graces in Mount Gelmir yet, but I'm going to ride Torrent down that away. Is there one right across the bridge?
Yeah, right across the bridge to the left. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that is where I'll be.
All right, cool.
Hey, Ted.
I will head there now.
Welcome, Ted. And Toby, potentially.
Tony. I got to see old Tony today.
Yeah?
Yeah. Me and Jessica went to a deli with Ted and Tony.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Cossack boys in their natural habitat deli.
Toby's just like gearing up for the day. He can really go to town on that.
On a deli, Sammy. Yeah. He was very chill. He was entertained a lot by both Ted and then just like staring at this table of like 3 old men eating burgers. He's like, one day I'm gonna be an old man eating a burger. And I can't wait. Oh, Kev is also here. What's up, Kev?
Hey, Kev. How's it going, man? I really like the kind of the vista or the silhouette of Mount Gelmir as you're coming up on it.
Yeah, Mount Gelmir is awesome. I love the whole thing. Volcano Manor rules. Gelmir is a fun little like labyrinthine, like deceptively hard to navigate thing, which I think is fun.
It's all vertical.
Yeah, very jagged, vertical, like hard to judge where you are, which I think is neat. In a game like this, it's cool for them to be able to pull something like that off. Because of the...
Sorry,
go ahead. No, you're good.
I was just going to say one thought that I have about it is that both Mount Gelmir and Volcano Manor feel like Zelda things to me.
They do. They feel very fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, really, really fantasy themed.
Like, Mount Gelmir specifically reminds me of Death Mountain in Ocarina. And Volcano Manor, I guess there's like any number of Zelda dungeons that it could be intentionally evoking. But it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I like them too. Volcano Manor reminds me the most of like Sin's Fortress. Like it reminds me a lot of that, except for that like Volcano Manor has like a very obviously like there's like a village in there, like a town.
Yeah. And
I think that's kind of cool. But like the like level of like fantasy nonsense and like contraptions and stuff in it reminds me a lot of Sin's Fortress.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, the idea of there actually being a functional civilization inside
Yeah.
Volcano Manor, considering it's just like weird long snakes swinging their swords around.
Right.
Um,
Need to put my trick mirror on. There we go.
Now, how much of this stuff do you want to fight versus run past? I really like this as
Yeah.
a storytelling
Dealer's choice.
experience, because we're coming up on a battle between these two warring factions, the Lanedell Knights and these dudes, these Iron Maidens. I forget what they're actually called in these games.
I think they're actually just called Iron Maidens.
I think it's something that's extremely close to that, but not exactly. But we've run into them here and there throughout the game, specifically in Raya Lucaria.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where we're kind of learning that they belong to an army that is kind of holding itself up here. And they're real hard to fight more than one at a time. So we may have to get rid of this one, otherwise it might get us on the ladder.
I believe in you.
Are you already up the ladder? Whoa!
Yeah, you should just get up the ladder.
I should just get up the ladder.
Yeah.
Whoop!
Good dodge.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh yeah,
We did it.
You're set. Yeah. Abductor virgins is what Emma says.
Abductor
they're called.
virgin.
Yeah. Maiden,
Which I-
virgin, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess the reason they didn't use Iron Maiden is because of how much the word maiden is used in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, they're full of snakes. They're
Yeah.
like these big robot things that open up, and there's just like a contraption of snakes tangled up inside.
Wait, another thing, if people happen to be watching who haven't played Elden Ring,
Mm-hmm.
that ladder is like notoriously like people just missed it, and so they just like wandered around Gelmer forever,
yeah.
like looking at trying to figure out how to get into the manor.
It took me a very long time, the first
Yeah.
playthrough.
But we are once again kind of coming up into a like force that are like in opposition of the Erd Tree.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bloody finger.
invaded. Where's he at?
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Whoa. Oh. I would like to actually stand a chance in this fight for a second.
Using
Oh,
this,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get away
Man,
from him.
he really gave it to you, huh?
Sure did.
It's funny. Yeah, I don't know if it's still like the thing people are doing, but for a while, basically anybody who had any faith at all was running the Mi Patra, like the faith like fist blade Bible man thing.
Is it? It's the thing where it's just like words,
Yeah.
golden words coming out of your hand, right?
Yeah.
Cipher pata or pata. I'm not sure.
Cipher Pata, yeah, that's it. But because they don't weigh anything, so like if you equip them, they like literally weigh 0.
Right.
And they have a really annoying running attack, so people were just running them in PvP a lot.
You know, at one point, in the very early stages of me kind of planning out this stream, I was going to do a exclusively faith character and run that. But I have recently, I mean, you know, it didn't take me very long to realize that would actually be a horrible idea.
Yeah, you would need some kind of something.
Yeah. That's like no range. And
It's very good for
we've
PvP.
talked about how holy damage does nothing
Yeah,
to most
holy
of the
damage
late game
falls
bosses.
off later, yeah. Ev, if you are still in here, I am drinking that like spice cider that you made a really long time ago.
What's the flavor?
It's just like apple, cinnamon, It's
Man,
very nice.
that sounds
It's a
great.
belly warmer. Yeah. I've been saving it for just such an occasion.
Heck yeah.
I think I just saw your ghost, which is
Did
very
you?
funny. Yes, I did.
Huh.
I see your ghost jumping around. Great sword antlers and everything.
Very good.
Okay, take two. Anyway, as I was saying,
As you were saying, what were you
we
saying?
have
I don't
run
remember.
into another faction that claims to be like against the Golden Order, right?
Right.
And I feel like the Volcano Manor is there is some kind of like fun thematic stuff about it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where I think that it's interesting because it's like um it's basically like I need you to follow me on this, okay?
Okay. I'm with
But
you.
the Volcano Manor is kind of like the DSA to
Um.
to
Go
like
on.
to like the Three Fingers like Black Bloc like revolutionary thing. Like
Huh.
they're trying to do basically the same thing where they're like, we're gonna tip over the Golden Order and make everything equal, the equality being strength. But they've gotten so locked up in like, weird like subcommittee hierarchical stuff that they're like just kind of accidentally recreating the system. Uh,
Okay. So if I am comparing
yeah,
Volcano Manor to any
yeah, hit
like
me. Go ahead.
real or fictional faction, where my
Sure.
mind goes is the Dothraki in Game of Thrones.
Why?
I mean, it's a society that is completely like the power structure is completely based around just like might makes right, basically. That's
But
the
it's not.
only.
It's
Um,
not.
well, what
It's
else is going on there?
I mean, it is nominally that, but it isn't accounting for like the prior, like it's not accounting for the prior station of the people who enter it that like they may already have. So like Rykart. So yes, we're in like a might makes right, whatever. But yeah, it just so happens that our strongest guy is one of the gods anyway.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it just
Who
so
has one of
happens
the
that
runes of the Elden Ring? Yeah.
yeah, and it just so happens that our second strongest, like very, very high-ranking person is also like a noble queen lady.
Mm.
Uh, so it's like they are nominally might makes
Well,
right, which
okay,
is I mean
so
I like it because they let people like Patches and us in and
mhm.
stuff, right? Which is neat.
So by
But it
that
does,
metric,
yeah,
it is maybe
yeah,
more like just traditional capitalism or something, right? Like we're going to make it to where like titles and stuff don't matter, but whoever had
they still
power
do
in the
kind of, yeah,
past and like
yeah,
how that
yeah,
stuff has just sort of been inherited will impact
right.
what the power structure is
Yeah,
today.
yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Like it holds a similar like ideological space that like the Enlightenment basically would have had during like the or following the medieval period, right?
Right.
So like it is like a probably better type of thing just because like the thing it's compared to is really bad, but you could also see like how quickly and badly it would probably go or
Right.
whatever. Um, but I do think it is interesting that they're trying to like take on the Golden Order on the Golden Order's own terms. And
Hmm.
that's the thing that I was kind of like, jokingly referring to it the way that I was referring to it before because like the Three Fingers, for example, are just like I don't care, like I will kill you. Basically is the whole thing. But the people in the Volcano Manor, like there is sort of still like a reverence of martial strength and stuff like that, and
Right.
like valor in battle being like a important aspect and stuff like that.
And
Um,
are there still titles? Does Rykard have a title?
yeah, he's the Lord. He's
Mm-hmm.
a Lord of Blasphemy or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
Uh,
So, like,
so
his title is that he has rejected the former titles, but it is a
yeah,
title nonetheless.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a great little like there's like this fun thing in like the third Star Wars prequel where like after Anakin turns into Darth Vader and he kills all the little babies and
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan comes to fight him and he says that he says the sentence only a Sith deals in absolutes like
Mm-hmm.
to him, which is an absolute.
Yeah.
So like he is like so lost. He is just like also given this whole big thing about how he's like Obi-Wan is saying like he's a defender of democracy and that's why he's there and all this stuff. And it's like a very funny little like line of just complete and total zealous delusion, you know.
Right.
Like I am so far it's like the Zizek like it when someone is really got an ideology, they don't think they have an ideology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They like it becomes invisible to them, and so like that is what like the Volcano Manor like faction kind of reminds me of, where they're like.
Speaking of the Frenzied Flame people,
yeah.
Why do you think these Lanedale Knights have the Frenzied Flame eyes?
That's a good question. I mean, I think that a lot of what is going on with the Frenzied Flame in this game is like it's showing that there is that it is sort of like spreading inherently, right? That like they locked the Great Caravan underground and somehow their like religion still got out and sort of moved around. I think it's kind of a cheeky thing of being like that merchant that we just passed being like, oh, I never see anybody up here, I'm really high up, and then you go and there's guys that are higher, so it's obvious that like people have climbed past him. And
well,
maybe
also the merchants are Frenzied Flame.
That's what I'm saying. So
too.
maybe he like proselytized these people and or something like that, you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's just like supposed to be kind of funny, where it's like the guy being like, I never see anybody this high up, and then you go a little higher and there are people, and they're just so happen to also be frenzied or whatever. Frenzied Flame is so cool.
It really is. I wonder if also like, okay, so Frenzied Flame in its initial incarnation in like Weeping Peninsula was, I mean, not exclusively, but at least partially inspired by people having a vision of the end times. Right.
Yeah.
And I wonder if maybe the way that this guy could have converted the Lanedale Knights would be like convincing them that they were going to fall to the Volcano Manor house or something like that.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Am I going the right way? By the way, am I going the right way?
If we go this way, there's some like demi-humans over here.
Oh, is this a demi-human village? This is cool.
No, that's like back down and around. But we might be able to like drop down to it from up here or something.
Oh, this is just a cave.
Oh, we got a cave. Well.
Can't go in it.
Yeah, let's just keep on trudging.
What did Ted say about DSA?
Ted said DSA is trying to attack the current system from electoralism, which, while we should attack from all fronts, a DSA person gets really finger waggy at anarchists. It's really annoying because electoralism is maybe a dead end, hence why Frenzied Flame is based. So like, okay, so first of all, I mean, for whoever,
I would not equate Frenzied Flame and anti-electoralism.
Yeah, I absolutely would, first of all, but
because I think you can be anti-electoral. Well, not that I am anti-electoral, but I could see a mindset that is anti-electoral that is not like, let's just let society rot.
So okay, so if we're putting our thinking caps on, Mr. Stalker, and we're thinking about things like a metaphor, and that they're not necessarily saying exactly the thing, right? Then I think that you can take that as like we need to do a lot of damage to the thing in order to equalize it, right? Which is the rhetoric used by Frenzied Flame. Like, it's like, turn everything to equal ash, is what it says.
Yeah, we will have to, like, dig deeper into that when we get to the actual Three Fingers and hear Melena's speech. Because that is the thing that has kind of given me the biggest pause about Frenzied Flame.
Dude, Melena is, Melena? You gotta listen to Melena?
I guess we also need to debate at some point, like, who is Melena exactly? Like, what is she?
She is doing her own thing. Oh, she is doing her own thing, bro. Anyway,
here's the full-grown falling star beast.
Yeah, my big thing is I don't want anybody watching to think that electoralism is the only route DSA takes, because it is not. They have a lot going on, and maybe too much, honestly. But but like
Probably.
they have lots of pots on the kettle, and I don't even think it's common for DSA chapters to focus primarily on electoralism.
Right.
So
That is certainly not the case here.
it's not the case here. It's not the case lots of places. It's just there tends to be an electoral committee.
Yeah.
That will get a little extra, oomph whenever there is an election happening. But it's not like something that is always getting juiced all the time.
Hey,
and you're not even really kind of expected to fully be in on it. Anyway, yeah, what?
Here's the thing I can do now.
Okay.
Who knows if it'll be good on this. I don't think I connected.
You did not.
I got him with
Your
the beam.
beam is connecting. Yeah.
Yeah, closer. Oh. Bad time.
Oh, watch it. Yeah.
Man, I was trying to help Paige with this boss. And I got summoned for her probably 24 times, and we did not. We did not do it.
Funny.
She also, man, I'm not really showing my best foot forward here exactly either. But she was a little scared to get anywhere close to the boss. Oh man, that is not. It's like he's immune to it.
Yeah, he probably doesn't take frost damage really. You're better off just kind of hitting him with your sword.
Yeah.
I would say.
Good. There you go.
I'm gonna get it.
Get him. Oh wait, he doesn't take frost.
Kev says, I very much dislike this boss fight. It's not that bad.
I like the enemy. I think that it's not quite scaled for where you are when you get here most of the time.
I think the big thing that is intimidating about this fight is that the arena is fucking huge and he's very fast. So he can like, oh man, you gotta put one on the
gravity.
cuss counter.
Oh, was there a cuss? I didn't hear
self-reporting. I did, yes.
Hold on. Well,
you're allowed to. Yeah.
I'll add the cuss whenever I'm not fighting a full-grown falling star beast. Yeah.
Full grown.
Okay, so question about gravity stuff. There are 3 big monsters that have gravity stuff going on with them. Falling Star Beast, Astel, and then there are things called something stars, the things that shoot the projectiles at you underground.
Yeah, they're basically like Astels but stuck in a ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the dudes. There's dudes. There's like the
they're a little
there's like
dudes.
a guy.
Yeah.
He's like a guy with a meteor sword. He wears like a loincloth and he does like gravity stuff at you.
Oh, true. Gravity Mage dude. I forget his name.
He's like a warrior. Yeah.
So are we supposed to think they all just kind of came from space? Like this thing obviously just dropped here as like an asteroid or something. Well, it's a falling star.
Right.
Which I guess is not a sun in Elden Ring world.
Sure, yeah. It's just like a thing. It's just a space thingy.
It's a space thingy. I guess part of my question was I'm wondering if the the things that are the mini Astels, are they supposed to be like a thing that will eventually metamorphize into an Astel?
I think so. And then I think obviously the mini Falling Star Beast thing that you fight in the cave is could eventually become one of these.
Right.
I think that's the idea, that you're seeing like different life cycles of the same creatures.
Get him.
We almost got it. We got it. All right, you just got to get him one more time. Here we go. Oh. Dodged. He got me. You get him.
I got him.
Yeah.
Enemy felled.
Hey, I got the souls. Whatever.
Sweet.
And the rune art.
Let me add your cuss.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a grace at the bottom of this arena?
I think there's one in the middle, maybe. I don't know. I think I might have ran past the Falling Star Beast on Caveman, but I know there's one not far after it.
I love that when you crest this hill and you see Volcano Manor kind of from slightly above for the first time, it just looks like a giant hot tub. There's just a lava pool in the middle of it.
So do you want me to just
funny.
meet you in Volcano Manor?
You could do that.
Yeah, since you're just going to be kind of like going down the steps anyway. Yeah.
I would love a place to heal, though. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a map down there, and there's a Grace near the map. You just got to kind of like skedaddle down there.
Man, so this is the last part of the map, or the last part of like what I have of the map that you get. And, you know, when you get into Altus Plateau, there's like this huge cut of it over on the left that you can't see. And so I remember running for it just because I wanted to see the rest of Altus Plateau, just trying to get to this map. And you have to get so deep into Mount Gelmir.
Yeah, it looks like not very far. And then you realize you have to go like all the way up and around and run past the Falling Star Beast if you want it.
Because like Sens, it's like this twisted vertical thing.
Yeah.
You're not moving that far horizontally.
So are you wanting to actually do Manor, like the dungeon?
I think that we probably have time.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. I need to see something really quick. Do I have the Serpent Hunter? I do. Okay.
Ted asked if Radagon dropped from space.
No. Radagon is like
Radagon is Marika, and Marika was like chosen by the space people. Is that right? Well, no, she's an Empyrean.
First of all, if I know Ted is means Radon right now.
Oh, Radon did not drop from space. Radon learned space magic.
Yeah. And he only learned it so that he could protect his horse and his sister.
Correct.
Or do what he thought was protecting his sister, even though she kind of wanted to do it anyway. I forgot you kind of have to you have to do the whole like rat in the wall part of Volcano Manor before you're able to summon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I'll be at the first like Manor Grace, basically.
I'm coming up on, I think there's a fork in the road here. One side, I'm seeing a bunch of strung up trolls and a worm face boy. That is not the way I want to go, right?
No, not really. Like
I forget where that leads you.
Yeah, it leads down to an Ulstrated Tree Spirit fight.
Correct. Yeah, which
like
we don't
one of
do.
6 or 7 in this game.
One of way too many. Yeah.
Yeah. Ulstrated Tree Spirit and friggin' Magma Worm, dude. They use anytime that there is like, we need a boss, they just like throw one of those in.
Yep.
And sometimes even when they don't, when it's just like, yeah, whatever, Magma Worm, who cares?
All right, we're going to the mansion, the Magma Mansion.
It says I did mean Radon, but I was being dumb. There you go. He means Radon. Radon did not fall from space.
Correct.
He learned how to do space stuff so that he could basically bully his little sister.
I like this big frenzied flame troll.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Outside Volcano Manor. One of a kind, I believe.
That is like, I feel, like, do you know the song, like, I've Seen Footage by Death Grip?
Oh, do I?
Yeah. I feel
I have
like
a very expensive vinyl of that.
Oh, you have Money Store on vinyl?
I've Seen Footage. Oh, it's on Money Store. I was thinking of Ex-Military, but I also have Money Store on vinyl.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I feel like that guy is I've Seen Footage.
He's kind of a big Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
He's got a little
Captain
caveman
has seen footage.
I like that you can use his frenzied flame magic to kill the little ads around him.
Yeah, it's awesome. Indiscriminate.
Honestly, why am I not seeing a boss health bar right now? This guy's great.
I know. He's cool.
He needs a name.
He should be like Ralphio or something.
Ralphio.
Yeah. He should be
Ralphio,
like
the
the
frenzied
last
flame troll.
Yeah, the last troll, Ralphio.
Whoop. What do you think of Moonblades, Ralphio? Doesn't like him too much. He's dead.
Okay, I think I have not gotten all the graces in the actual Volcano Manor dungeon.
Okay.
So I might have to be doing a little bit of like tracking around while we're in here.
Sure. I mean, it'll take me a minute to get through this first part.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like grab some graces while you're doing that.
I really like the entrance to Volcano Manor. Not only is that little combat encounter very cool, but as soon as you walk in, it is a space that is kind of unlike any other space in the game.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of an inhabited space where people are non-hostile. Like this is just a place where people are hanging out and talking to you. You get a little like it almost has sort of a murder mystery vibe to it. Like what's going on here?
I personally appreciate a lot the cast of characters that are there, almost giving it a sort of like Firelink Shrine type of vibe, where it's like there's just all kinds of characters there that have all these different motivations, and they're trying to get you to do different things and stuff like that. It is like almost this like funhouse mirror of the Round Table Hold, which I think is fun.
Yeah, this room that I'm in right now even has a little round table in the center of it.
Exactly, and you can't attack there and stuff like that. Like it's a very
that's super interesting.
Yeah, it's like doing a thing.
It's doing a thing, and then you walk in and you see these weirdos just standing and staring at you. I remember when I played this game through with Jess, they came up on the loading screen over and over, and she like kept asking, when are we going to get to the Goth Mansion to see these guys? And here we are at the Goth Mansion. This is oh god, what did Raya say? She was, who did Raya? Lady Tanith. This is Lady Tanith.
Yeah.
And her bodyguard, who's kind of like the dude that Cersei eventually gets, just following her around. She just gets a little mini Dark Souls boss that follows her around.
It is very like evocative of a lot of stuff. It's very what is in Dark Souls 1, like there is like the Firekeeper who has her like priest knights that hang around her. And then in 3 there's I forget her name, but she has that big huge guy with the carry a great hammer that follows her around. You know, it's like that. Like it's like this very, you know, posh, demure looking, like feminine character with this very like large, looming, quiet, and menacing masculine figure.
And
it's like,
does he ever speak or fight you?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna talk to Lady Tanith. Here's what she says. Well, I have an invitation.
And not unlike another guest we had long ago. So tarnished. Have you ever harbored doubts about the burden of grace?
She asks if I've ever harbored doubts about the burden of grace, the dogmatic ramblings of the two fingers.
Watch it.
And this is interesting. Like, you just get the like, do you want to join our like anti-authoritarian quote unquote faction? Which I think you kind of have to at this moment, right? Like, just to see the content of the area, you have to join.
You don't.
You don't?
You can get in without it. Yeah, technically. But yeah, you should.
I'll join. Yeah.
Yeah.
For now. I'm also joining with Ranny just to kind of see the Ranny stuff. We're just seeing the game. Yeah, it's very cool that after you accept, she just like lets you go hang out in the employee lounge with all the other
drawing room.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
With
does
all
the
the other
drawing room
creeps
key
here.
says?
Yeah.
Drawing room key. Oh no, that's not it. Here it is. Key to the Volcano Manor's drawing room. The door can be found in the westward corridor upon the left-hand side. Thanks. Very informative. And then we have this
wow.
this hallway. This feels like
It's
I'm
a
in
magma
Luigi's
worm.
Mansion or something. Some of these doors I can open, some of these doors I can't open.
Just like you know how her like imagery is very obviously like evoking other Souls games. The hallway is very much like evoking a beloved Souls game, Luigi's Mansion.
That's correct. Yeah.
It must be a Souls game because it was played on the stream, so it's the only
I'm pretty
non-Souls
sure
game.
that's what it is.
That means it must have been one.
Okay, here's Raya again.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello again.
She's hanging out,
Brave tarnished.
literally just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is not. Yeah.
But I am pleased that we meet again. Here at the Volcano Manor, under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor.
Under Lady Tanith's guidance, may you tread the path of valor.
Tarnished. Under Lady
Okay, thank you.
Tanith's
And then there's this guy with the big club that almost looks identical to the Dark Souls 3 dude you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, yeah. I think that guy's name is Bernal.
Yeah.
And that guy sells like all kinds of ashes of war.
Though this
It
guy's
rules.
club is a club that is just a snake wrapped around a piece of wood.
Mhm.
Let's see what he has to say.
Heaven's name are you doing here? Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace and hunt our own kind.
Ted says, Guilty Gear Strive is also a Souls game.
I don't know about that one.
And the next acts of Swaff Souls stream should be Guilty Gear Strive.
You know, I've been thinking about it, and if Elden Ring does not completely break my spirit for streaming, I think the next
Right.
one's going to be Hollow Knight.
That's a good one.
Because we're not that far off from the Silk Song release, and so I
Yeah.
could see myself maybe doing those back to back if I'm still feeling it.
Also, like, obviously an extreme amount of influence.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy told me something, and now I'm being asked, do I understand or do I not understand? I don't
You
remember
understand.
whether or not I understand.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
do.
say I
You do.
understand.
Yeah, you know.
You understand what you're saying? I thought you were
You're in the know.
Ted says, Swaff Sweat Stream.
I think, Ted, I don't want to spoil a surprise that we have up our sleeves for I don't know how many weeks in the future, but you may get your wish.
Or something approaching it.
Something approaching this. Okay, so this guy's actually telling me to avoid the path of blasphemy.
He's telling you to avoid the Noid.
He's saying that, like, hunting your own kind essentially is a corrupting influence or something like that. Because, you know, now that I'm in the Volcano Manor, now I'm in their secret club and I have like a card and everything. I am being given invitations to murder people. Letter from Volcano Manor. Let me read what that has to say, if it says anything. Letter from Volcano Manor. A written request from Volcano Manor disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted, Old Knight Istvan. He can be found in Limgrave. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. So I'm not going to do all these on stream because we may not have time for that, but maybe after Rykard if we have extra time. But my understanding is that once you're in the club, you are kind of like proving your worth and moving up the ranks, so to speak, by just killing whoever the people in charge want killed. Like you're just an assassin for hire. But you're like, I mean, you're like you're playing competitive fighting games, right? You're trying to increase your belt rank or whatever.
Yeah. It's definitely trying to do a, like, sort of like a Dark Wraith type of thing, where it's
Yeah.
like you become stronger by defeating like the other, you know, hollows, or in this case the other tarnished or whatever. Um, and so like they basically are the closest thing to that this game has to like a pseudo PvP covenant, which is honestly a shame. Like there should be more
Yeah.
going on with that in this game.
There absolutely should.
And I think if they had, I mean, we talked about it a little bit last stream, but if they had like covenants and incentive structures in place that had different phantom effects and stuff like that, I think that would be really, really, really fun. But they don't, and they probably won't ever, which is a shame.
One of the rooms that I opened up in this hallway has a dead perfumer in it.
Yeah.
Who I imagine like enrolled or enlisted in the club, and somebody killed him just to move up the ranks. That's my guess.
I think he came in and was like, I think you guys are going to love this new scent that I've got. I mean, everyone here has probably been to a mall before, right? And you walk through the mall, you're walking, and they're like, hey, buddy, do you want me to spray you with women's perfume? And if you say no, they try to do it anyway. So I'm thinking that's probably what happened, and then somebody just domed him for it.
That sounds like the Volcano Manor's response to that experience.
Yeah. Which is reasonable, I think.
You have minorly annoyed me. I will kill you.
Prepare to die.
Because you have minorly annoyed me, prepare to die. And it's gonna help my credit score in the club.
You have caused me a momentary like inconvenience. So, like that's all I need, basically.
Give me a reason.
Yeah.
There's also a secret back passage full of snails.
Yeah. Which is good.
That's where they keep their snails.
It's where, yeah. I know that's what I do at my house. I have all my snails back there.
Here's another dead perfumer. Depraved perfumer Carmen. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Carmen, the depraved perfumer. Depraved perfumers practice their art for themselves alone. Carmen was a notably formidable perfumer whose strength rivaled that of heroes, and it is said that he was in search of a secret physic of revivification. So basically he sells perfume at the mall. He's a depraved perfumer.
That's how you become a depraved perfumer.
You begin working in Westtown Mall.
Oh man.
Okay, I think I'm almost to the grace I can summon you at. We're getting there.
The depraved perfumer, though, he does look really cool. Or like he's got like a feather cloak thing on.
Do you get to see him not spirit ashified?
Oh, no, but you can see him spirit ashified.
Right. Let's see. There's a what are these things called? Bloodhound Knight?
Yeah, Bloodhound Knight, yeah. Man, what message do I have that keeps getting praised?
Whoop. Yeah, tell us your message. Whoop. Man.
It's my one making fun of Renala. That's the most popular one I have. It has 48 likes on it.
What is your message?
In front of Renala's boss door, I put no lover ahead. People always rate it good.
It's pretty funny. Alright, I got claws and a fireproof dried liver.
Good.
Always wanted one of those.
You're gonna need your liver to be fireproof while we're
True,
in here, so.
Yeah. Okay, here's the Grace.
Yeah, my sign's like right out the double doors there.
Sweet.
And
do I need to
already,
go
like,
back
opened
and
the whole
talk
thing up.
to Raya, like transformed Raya? Or is that something for
No,
later?
I don't think she'll transform until you do Isval. I think once you go invade Isval and kill him, then she'll transform and be in her room.
Should I do that?
You could if you wanted. Isval's a pushover.
How much time do we have? Yeah, it's only 9. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna warp back to Limgrave. Alright, back in Stormhill. We are going here. Whoop. Here. And wolves are falling from the sky. As they do. Okay, so I'm looking for his sign on the ground somewhere. Oh, here it is. There's a lot of bloodstains. A lot of people
Yeah.
have died to this guy.
Yeah, I don't really know how he sucks.
Well, let's see how I do. I like that invading other players' worlds is a thing that is kind of incorporated into the single player experience.
Yeah, like again, like faux multiplayer.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in the games that are called Dark Souls, there's kind of an overt admission that like the multiverse exists or something.
Right.
That's less true here, so it makes a little bit less sense, but it's still cool. I like it. He is dead.
Wow, how about that? What a guy.
What a guy.
I like his armor a lot though. It's called the scaled or something. Hang on, let me look. It is called the scaled armor set.
I think I know the helmet.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It is neat. Yeah. Okay, back to Volcano Manor. Let's see. I should. This will probably get me closest.
I wonder if I should go try to kill Godskin Noble while you're doing that.
Do
I
it.
should have probably done that a while ago.
Though it is super annoying, so good luck.
Yeah, but it would also be nice for me to go ahead and get it done so we wouldn't have to do it together.
Right. Oh, hey, Matthew. Sorry Twitch did not notify you. It seems like that's very hit or miss. Like it just works for some people and not for others. Oh.
I believe in me and my
Wait.
mimic terror.
I'm
We can
hearing
do it.
a voice. Oh. Someone please kill him, that horrendous serpent Praetor Reichard. Who said that?
It's the guy. It's the dude you talked to that said that it's bad to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Raya, but I'm seeing the not the Raya I expected to see. Oh, yes. Have you ever heard any strange sounds here in the manor? Something beyond the walls, like breathing or slithering scales?
She's the best.
Love her. Also, Matthew, my break was good. I was sick for some of it, so that was not so good, but it was mostly very chill. He said, I have yet to find an explanation for the ghost guy. Who's the ghost guy?
He's talking about the guy in the Volcano Manor that is like crying about Rykard.
The guy that I just heard speak.
Yes.
Mm.
Godskin noble in the dirt.
Nice.
Me and the bestie.
Okay.
By that I mean my own mimic, my own self, who are able to handle
You
it
gotta call
easily.
the realest one you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's Raya again. You gotta love it. You gotta love the decision to do this.
My favorite thing about it, by far, is so like number one, it's a very funny like explanation for the posture.
Yeah,
right? Like
it's a joke,
extremely
yeah.
funny. Of being like, you know that guy that you see on the subway that sits like a freak every day? He
He's
might be
actually a snake. Yeah.
Yeah. Second, my favorite thing about her whole thing is that when she transforms back, for some reason, it's like the cape is staying on. like the cape stays,
Yeah.
and nothing, no other article of clothing stays. It's just her little cape,
Mhm.
and I think it is so funny. Like
It's
that
like
she's
the Hulk's underwear.
Yeah, the Hulk's little like shorts, like. But the cape is like so pristine.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
She's got a necklace.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, she speaks exactly the same.
Yeah.
She is the same. It's not like a werewolf situation where she like loses control of her mind and body.
Right. No, she's completely
just,
normal.
Yeah, she's just cool. She's chill.
Yeah.
She's just a snake now.
Lady Tanith is my mother.
She's telling us Lady Tanith is her mother, and she's told that she was born by the grace of a glorious king, and that Mother cherishes this form. I bet she does.
If they saw my true form, they wouldn't speak to me. And so I assume a guise.
Oh, she says that she assumes a guise when she's seeking recruits. So the human form is is like an illusion.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of a werewolf thing where she like changed back and forth.
No.
Neat.
My serpentine form
The name Zorias.
were secrets.
Oh, so her name is not even Raya.
Lady Tanith and I
No. Zoraya.
share the
Yeah.
secrets with you as well. Please keep them safe from anyone else. My
Okay.
serpentine secrets.
Thank you, Raya, for gracing us with your presence. It is now time to play Dark Souls. Prison Town Church, is that the grace?
Wait. What? Oh, I don't know. Give me 1 sec.
I think it is.
That seems right.
Because we're about to come out onto the prison town.
Yeah. I am getting to this grace up here.
I'm gonna go kill a few snakes while I'm waiting on you.
Okay.
Kevin says snake.
Yes, true.
One of my favorite images on the internet is a like lost, or no, it's a found pet sign that somebody put up in like New York or somewhere. It's for a ferret, and it says found cat snake question mark.
Yeah, that's good. Like if you hadn't ever seen one before though,
Yeah.
right? You'd be like, wait. Wait a second. Is this a cat snake? What is this? Question mark. Have you ever had the opportunity, the luck to hang around a ferret for
not.
a while?
I've heard they smell bad.
They do, but they have a lot of like gumption. It's a they're very cavalier little critters.
Interesting.
They're very fun, and they like they're trying to play with you, and they like to they're very mischievous, and they have like little they're always like up to
They
something.
got little schemes.
Yeah. And I find it admirable. If they weren't, so like, there's a couple of things that have kept me from owning a ferret. Which number one, they're small, which I feel like is difficult. And number 2, you have to have more than one because they're like super social, like rabbits or
Yeah.
something. And number 3, because they are stinky.
Speaking of,
And it doesn't really matter what you do. Like they if you can bathe them, they get stinky again really quickly.
I know you
but-
just watched Banshees of Inisherin last
Yeah.
night. What are your feelings about donkeys?
I like donkeys. Donkeys are good. Yeah, you ever
Uh,
hung out with a donkey?
I have not hung out with a donkey.
Okay, my sign is down in front of that grace, by the way.
Okay, cool. I'm fighting an abductor virgin, and I'm dead. I
Nice.
just rolled off a cliff. So let's add that death. Anyways, yeah, I love Colin Farrell's relationship with his pet donkey,
Yeah.
who just comes inside when he's sad.
Yeah.
Ammo is
Yeah.
taking a brave pro-ferret stance.
Yeah.
In chat.
You'd be surprised with them, I think. Like they have like a lot of mirth. They're very like
Mirth.
yeah, for like such a little animal, like like hamsters and guinea pigs and stuff are often very like skittish
Mhm.
and like don't typically like to. They seem like when they're interacting with you, they're kind of doing it because they kind of feel like they have to. You know what I mean?
This is the person who gives us the food.
Yeah, like ferrets are very like they're complex little creatures, and they're like, I'm doing my own thing. It's kind of like a rat. Like, have you ever messed with someone who
Rats
had
are
a pet rat
cool.
before? Yeah, they're very smart and they're very
Mhm.
like affectionate and stuff. And like ferrets are kind of like that. They're just trying to get into your stuff. One time, me and Emma were at someone's house, and she had a couple of ferrets, and the ferrets kept trying to get into my bag, which was very fun, because then you have to get them out. And they're like little living socks. Like it's like a little, like a tube sock, but
A sentient
it's like-
sock.
yeah, it's like a guy. A tube sock as a guy.
What if a tube sock was a guy
Exactly.
and he was your friend?
Exactly. He did and genuinely like hanging out with you. That's what a ferret is like.
What about snakes? Have you ever had a snake or known someone to
Snakes.
have a snake?
So my brother used to.
There's the
You're
invader.
invaded.
Yeah.
My brother used to have them. The same person that I was talking about that had the ferrets that Emo knew also had a really big snake. And that was
How
kind of
big?
crazy. Like big, like a big yellow snake.
Like one that
um,
could constrict you.
Yeah, easily,
Ugh.
easily. Yeah, this was like a big boy.
Yeah, that seems dangerous. I would not.
It does seem dangerous to me, a little bit. Got a kind of an annoying invader here.
We do.
Oh, how about that? You get hit once and take almost all your life away.
Whoop.
Watch it. He's gonna blood mist.
He's
Yep.
got all the blood. Ooh.
What do
What
you
is
know?
up with this effect that's like it's staggering me with fire?
It's the blood mist thing, yeah.
You killed
Another.
I fell
yeah,
down.
he got me.
But I'm
Yeah.
still alive. I'm just way down here. He got you?
Yeah, he got me.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
I mean, he was like fighting me among like 6 enemies and
There he
bleeding
is.
and poisoning me over and over.
whoop. Yeah, this sucks. Still
Yeah.
alive.
I'll just wait and see what happens with you.
Yeah. I think it's possible I could win. We'll see.
Probably. The guy's not very good.
Oop. Whoop. Oh, he may get me. Nope, still alive. Yep. Ooh. Oh, you're out. Oop. He was not out as meat. Oh, now you're running for your enemies. No, we're staying out here. We're fighting out here. Ooh. Oh, you're not out? Where did that come from? Oh, that must have been your physic. Ooh, I got him.
Nice. All right, where are you? Are you gonna try to go back to the Grace, or where'd you end up?
I think I will just warp back to the Grace because I now have very few flasks.
Yeah.
Man. A satisfying one.
Nice.
Thanks, ammo. You know, I think that the Dark Souls to fighting games pipeline is definitely a thing, and I think it works both ways.
Probably. I agree.
It is with a heavy heart that I say this. I was resistant for a long time.
Of playing fighting games?
Yeah.
They're fun.
I think I had
Also-
like a very just a bad relationship with like competition growing up. Because
Why?
it is so often pretty like toxic in like young male athletic circles.
Okay.
Or at least that was my experience as a nerdy boy in school.
What athletic thing did you do?
I did a lot of athletic things. I played basketball for many years. I played soccer my senior year of high school. I played baseball 1 year because my dad wanted me to. I like threw around footballs with kids in like my neighborhood, but I never really enjoyed football at all. I played tennis for a long time. But yeah, never really like got involved in like any sort of sports community, or at least didn't do it in a way that like felt particularly accepting, you know?
Right.
Because I've always enjoyed that stuff, but have never been the person who's like dominating the whatever the sport is, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yeah, I think that it's this way. Is the way out. Yeah, I think like one of the things about fighting games that makes them so nice is that like it is a completely level playing field, like all the time, no matter what. Like, or I mean, not no matter what. There are times where
There's not a level playing field in terms of
Yeah.
experience.
No, but
It's just everybody has the same tools available to them.
Yeah, but anybody can get experience. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to. The barriers to entry are different, I guess is what I'm saying. Like
Right.
there are things about certain. I mean, I guess I would say almost every physical sport that are physical restraints and physical limiters, And some things like, there's a joke in basketball of like, a recruiter going to high school and recruiting just recruiting like the tallest kid and being like, I can't teach 6'4". You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I can't make someone so good that it overcomes the fact that they aren't 6'4". Like if they're 6'4" already,
Absolutely.
whatever, you're already way ahead. And like while there are physical like barriers to entry with fighting games with regards to like accessibility things with people who would have like cerebral palsy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's
There
definitely
is
a thing.
a manual dexterity component
Yes,
to it.
but for like it is a much wider like area of entry. You know what I mean? And I really do like the thing that I like so much about them, I think, is the fact that it is that everyone playing out of the same toolbox. And obviously there are going to be people that are better at doing like muscle memory stuff than other people,
Right.
but you have the same thing. You can do it. It is possible. It's not the same as like it might not be possible for you to
really play
right
on the
now.
same level as
Right.
people who are doing competitive basketball, right?
Right. It would be impossible right now for me to walk onto a Major League Baseball field and swing a bat against a Major League pitcher
Yeah.
and do anything. Like, you know what I mean? It would be impossible. But it's just not the same. Like, it was one of the things that I have heard people talk about it with is it's like watching a sport that you can go home and do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and it's just different, and like it is able to kind of scratch the kind of competitive itch, and as long as you're able to keep a handle on that and not let it get like out of your hands, and let it become something that is very like bad mentality stuff like that for you too, then like it's not gonna it can be very good for you. But there are things that are like, you like a lot of people say like you shouldn't play if you're already stressed out. If you're already having like a bad time, it's not like a good genre of games to play, because like other people are also trying to express their like their ability, and like them just doing that can come across as like offensive, if you're kind of in a bad mindset.
Right. Because I've definitely been in like in party scenarios where like everybody's playing Smash, and one person at the party, I've experienced this with you specifically, Cam. One person at the party really knows how to play Smash. Everybody else has kind of played it casually growing up, but has never like dedicated time to learning it. And like when the experience differential is that high, it can be unfun, right? But also like that doesn't have to be like how you're engaging with the game most of the time.
Right. And I would say it is also like the responsibility of like the more experienced player in situations like that to not be like a jerk.
And you never were a jerk about it.
Yeah. Like, well, I try not to be. Like, but it's like I think that there are I think it's rare among people who are actually like really into fighting games to be that way. I think a lot of the people who are like that are people who are just kind of casually good.
One moment.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, I'm bopping this guy, try to keep his aggro, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, help.
Hold on. My headphones. Thank you for helping me not die to the magma worm.
Yeah, I think I've just held his aggro the whole time. Ow.
Got him.
There we go. But yeah, like I think it is on people who are more experienced to not be annoying about that. And I think that most people who are really into fighting games, like, hey, wait, hold on, come back here, come this way. I think they wouldn't do that. But I think people who are kind of casually good like to be cruel, because they like to kind of flex an easy, like a skill that has come to them easily. You know what I mean? And
I think the
that
thing
is
that makes the
obviously
difference
bad.
is like, what is the motivating force bringing them to the game? Like,
Yeah,
are they
of
they
course.
playing competitive games because they like to feel a sense of superiority over other people, or are
Yeah.
they playing it because they like the like constant self improvement, or
Yeah.
just like kind of the twitchy funness of the game?
Yeah. Well, we have talked about this before we'll plug the sweat lodge again.
Mm-hmm.
But we've one of the common things
Oop.
that we have talked about because we try to like foster like a little thing of like productive competitiveness
Right.
where nobody is like trying to be mean about it or anything like that. And a big thing though that we have talked about, like a topic that has come up before, is that like some people when they play, they don't want you to play back. And they feel like entitled to defeating you, just by virtue of them picking up the controller.
Mm.
And that cuts both ways. Like it can be people who are decent at the game, and it can be people who are not very good. And people who are not very good, typically who have played, like who aren't really into fighting games, are used to cycles of games like older Zelda games or like basically any AAA title these days,
That are just
which
holding
is
your
more or
hands.
less which is just
Right.
handing you the experience, right?
Right.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't guess, inherently. But part of the reason I think that like the Dark Souls fighting game thing works so much is because Dark Souls teaches you through failure, and that is
Yeah.
how fighting games work. Like you learn
Yeah.
by failing.
And like
And
one
so
of the
like
things that I enjoy about the Souls games, replaying them, is not like I want to see content I didn't see before. Sometimes it's like I want to try a different build and have a different experience. But a lot of times it is just like I want to see if I can do a little better than I did last time, right? When
Exactly.
I
Exactly,
gradually built myself up to that speed run. That was just
Yeah.
6 months of like how fast can I beat this game? Not for any sense of
We should
like
sorry, you should just come back here and rest at this bonfire.
yeah,
And
because
then
this boss
we
is
can
super
just
annoying. Yeah.
yeah, and we're right here, so
Yep.
all black crystal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like that's kind of the thing. Like some people don't, and the way that we have worded it before is that like some people don't want to win, they want you to lose. Like they don't
Yeah.
want, like they don't care about their own improvement. They just want you to do bad. And
Right.
they want you to do badly enough for them to not improve and then beat you anyway. Which like, when you're in a group of people, then you're just like, no, like you're gonna have to get better if you want to beat me. No,
Right.
you know what I mean? And that can be fostered in like a healthy way, and it can be fostered in an unhealthy way. But I think that like most people who are really into the games in most of the little communities that I've been a part of, from my own perspective being what it is, obviously, which obviously can change your relationship to communities like this, and like that it would be stupid to imply otherwise. But like from my perspective has always or typically has been very like positive and fostering of that type of growth.
Yeah.
And usually the people who are in it who are that way, who are like very snobby and like overly competitive and very like arrogant and like to put everybody down around them, are typically people who aren't that good, and also people who the rest of the people in those communities don't tend to like very much.
And I don't want to invalidate other people's experiences, but that has been my experience with the Souls community too. Like the whole get good, meme of toxic Souls fans is not been a thing I've come across in all of my time just kind of talking casually about these games with people online and in person.
It's outmoded. It's like I think that there was a time where that was probably the case, and I think that some people find themselves trawling through old forums and reading lots and lots and lots of really old posts or something. But I think a lot of that has washed out these days. If you go to most of the places, even that people are talking about Souls online,
right? It's become such a widely popular thing, and that people have kind of had to band together as a community to help other people through it.
Ornstein says that some people can have inherently lower dexterity and reaction time, but the gap can be closed more easily with just more practice. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like there are definitely people also that have like physical impediments with fighting games, but that like, and that is obviously a thing. Like I would never try to discount that, but like it is like generally speaking, a smaller gap to close than regular. It is a smaller gap to close between regular person and person who is good at a fighting game than regular person to person who is a Major League Baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a very
Categorically
very big difference.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fight this annoying man.
Yeah. I'm coming to help you fight this annoying man.
Ooh.
Ornstein also says, I hate that mentality, and the Souls community is genuinely one of the most accepting communities I've seen. I think it is these days.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people are seeing old stuff, and that's what they're kind of like referring to. And yeah, like, again, not trying to like invalidate anybody's experience or anything like that, but I also think that
Ooh,
like,
that's good.
yeah, he didn't like that.
He did not like it.
I think that some people go into things looking for something, if that makes sense.
I agree.
And
yeah.
and they find it. If you want to find it, you're gonna find it. And some people will, you know, they have this pre-rendered idea of like this whole like, oh, get good, whatever thing, and they go around looking for it. And if you go around looking for it, you're gonna find it for sure. But that does not like represent the majority of Souls players at all, in my
I don't
opinion.
think so.
Whoop.
I would not mind this fight if it wasn't for this move.
Yeah,
Whoop.
the roll around. It's bad.
Though I at least like
Yeah.
in the duo fight that you can get up on the pillars and kind of dodge it.
Yeah.
No such luck here.
This is just a really annoying arena to fight him in.
It really
That's
is.
really what it is.
It's like, what if the Ornstein and Smo arena did not have destructible stuff? Oop. Oh, the reach on that. Got you.
There he goes. Yeah.
Godskin
Emo says,
Stitcher.
I do know someone who just likes the superiority. I enjoy fighting games because I like to improve overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why most people enjoy them. I think that if they don't make you happy, you shouldn't play them. And if you do like them, great. You know what I mean? That's more or less how I feel about them.
Right.
But I think that a lot of people who look at them on the surface level and see them as like very, very daunting, like while I understand it, I think that they're like not quite as daunting as maybe people think they are. You know what I mean? It's like a little easier to get on the sticks and start like really figuring out what the characters do and how you're supposed to play than it seems.
I think
And you're gonna get like into the upper, like, you know, you're gonna get into like the upper levels of casual play very quickly if you're like barely putting any effort into it.
My experience has been that the game matters a lot, like where
the game
your
does
entry
matter a
point
lot.
is. Like
yeah.
I have intentionally avoided Smash because it seems like that is an insanely complicated game.
Yeah,
just
isn't that
because
funny?
of how many different matchups there are,
Yeah.
and how like just bonkers the movesets are.
It's not even just that. It's like the easiest way to think about Smash is that, like, as a fighting game, quote unquote, is that the game doesn't want to be played like that.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of like violating the game's like purpose when you are pushing it into those like competitive levels. And so
Interesting.
I mean, it's less like that with Ultimate, but
I mean, they're
with
definitely
earlier-
now designing it catering to that audience as well.
yeah, it's part of what they're doing, but it's not all of it. It's a different thing. And so yeah, I put my sign down like right down here next to these sluggos.
Sweet. I was gonna grab this item and read it. Serpent's amnion.
Amnion.
What is an amnion?
Amniotic fluid. Hey Kev, why don't you give us an
Yeah.
amniotic fluid?
Calling the doctor.
This is what we got. Calling on
Is there a doctor
on
in the house?
Is there
We
a
need to
doctor
know
in the
about
house?
amniotic fluid?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where is my amniotic fluid? Where in my pocket is my amniotic fluid?
I hate it when I'm reaching around in my pockets and I can't find that.
Yeah. They hate it
It's
when
the
it
most
just like
annoying thing.
it just slips away
Mhm.
into the crevices of your person. Where is it? It's probably in key items, right?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first we get amnion from a womb that bore unintended offspring. It also says amnion from the mother's womb, which cradled the poor unwanted offspring of a repellent birthing ritual. It will never dry out, remaining damp indefinitely. So I think we're supposed to think that Raya came from something like this, right?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
And we can give that to her, I think. We give her something. Because she is like she has a certain understanding of her parentage and circumstances of her birth that does not line up with reality.
So we've got a good explanation here from our resident practitioner,
Thank God.
healthcare practitioner in
Okay.
chat. He says it's the sack.
it's the sack, he says.
Professional medical opinion is that baby juice is what he says.
Okay.
So there you go. If you had any questions, it's the sack.
I love that this is written professional medical opins.
Opins, baby juice. And then
Thank
a
you,
baby
doctor.
emote. Thank you, Kev. It's good to have you here for things like this.
Mm-hmm. We need a resident healthcare professional on staff at all times.
Exactly. It's like how at like pro wrestling they keep like a nurse or something there.
Right.
Like all the time, just in case somebody gets their like nose broken or something. We also gotta keep Kev here for make sure.
I mean, people are getting into a lot of bodily harm.
Yeah.
On the stream.
And also to tell us.
Oh, blind monk Zara.
Zara.
That's someone who's about to come to bodily harm.
And of course, they're using the thing. Well.
Oh, the Cypher Patah.
Yeah.
Well, he also is not wearing heavy armor. Oh, he's hanging out in this alley. Annoying.
Did you run away? Oh, okay.
Get up. Let's try to keep him away from that alley.
I would rather him be in the alley, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I'm kind of afraid if we give him too much space, he's just gonna run.
Oh, did he roll off? Oh no.
No, he rolled to that safe spot down there. What did he do just now?
Got him.
Well, he's dead. Who cares?
Rip.
I like to give him a single clap. We like to clap once and then roll.
We're leveling up in the
roll.
Volcano Club today.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill these slugs. Get some health.
Let's go fight a Praetor Rykard. What is a Praetor?
It's like a rank in the Roman military, I think. It's a word that sounds cool.
Do we have any Roman military experts in chat?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh wait, they were called Praetorians in Rome.
Hello.
I don't remember what the word actually means though.
Whoop.
Good luck.
Are you running away from this thing?
Yeah. Jump
Oh.
away. Are you good? Are you trying to fight it?
I was, but we can run away. We have a Praetor to fight.
Where are you going?
Where are you
Come
going?
back.
Okay.
In here.
I think I may usually just run through the lava. It barely hurts you in this game.
It doesn't do that much. It mainly slows you down and
Yeah.
also like makes you do the slow roll. Praetorian. Ammo says I convinced the Ammo's younger brother to name his cat Praetorian. Did I do that?
What?
That sounds crazy. Literal Urkel,
Oop.
did I do that moment right now?
So
I'm glad
these
the cat's
guys,
still doing good. Amazing.
These guys are real gross.
Are you talking about the black dumplings?
I'm talking about these dudes with like the bags over their big like
Yeah.
pus
Would it
swollen
make you?
heads.
Would it make you feel
Uh,
better to know that that enemy is called a black dumpling?
Black dumpling.
Yeah.
Huh. So is the Volcano Club also doing dumpling experiments?
They're dumping. You know. This guy's vibing out right here. One of the messages says, "If only I had a lover."
I mean, this is the time for a deathbed companion.
Yeah, I guess.
I need my lantern. Where are we going?
Emma says a long time ago. Well, you know what? I guess I was up to something at the time. I don't know.
You were going through your Roman military phase.
I was in my Roman military era at the time. Praetorian's a cool word.
It is.
And I'm
I
glad
mean,
that
they
the
made a
cat
Dark
is
Souls
still-
boss after it.
It's true. I'm glad the cat's still doing well. Here you go. Go through the store.
Miyazaki's law: if a word is cool enough, it will
It will
eventually
have- yeah.
be given to
title
a
at
Dark
least.
Souls boss.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, Swafford.
Mhm.
What do you think is the coolest name of a Souls or
Ooh.
adjacent boss? If you could do a top, even like top 3, what would it be?
Okay, I'm just gonna name ones as they come to mind. All right.
Okay.
The Dancer of the Boreal Valley
Very good.
is great.
Very good name.
Oh man, what would be a Gaping Dragon is great.
Gaping Dragon's pretty good.
I would
good.
love a black metal style T-shirt that said Gaping Dragon on it. What's a good Bloodborne one? The One Reborn is great.
The One Reborn is very cool. I personally, in Bloodborne, and this is kind of a simple one, but I think that's kind of why I like it. I have always been a huge fan of the name Dark Beast Parl. I think it's cool.
Dark Beast Parl. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Also, he's just like a big electric skeleton. It's neat.
What about Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower?
See, okay, so I feel like this is a thing that happens sometimes with Souls, is I feel like you have to hit a sweet spot where like they can be too complicated, and I think that Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower is one of the it's too much. It's like I mean, she's great. I think Maria is awesome, but like I think the name is held back by its complexity.
Gotcha.
Whereas sometimes the ones that really hit and that are really cool are really simple, like Abyss Watchers or something like
Abyss
that.
Watchers
You know?
is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of like DS1 names. Well, I
I'm
already said
also a
Gaping Dragon.
humongous fan. We talked about it during the stream, but it was over a decade ago. But but I am a very big fan of the name The Looking Glass Knight. I think
Looking Glass Knight is great.
It's an extremely evocative name where you're like, ooh, this is a mysterious guy.
Though I always think of him in my mind as Mirror Knight.
Yeah, of course, but that's just a way cooler way to say Mirror Knight, right?
It absolutely is. What about
Yeah.
Chaos Witch Quelaag?
Chaos Witch Quelaag is pretty good. I'll say that. Oh, you went
Here we
here.
are.
Okay. Are you gonna hit the Grace?
I can't.
Yeah, because I'm here.
Oh
Do
wait,
you
no, I
wanna
can't
do
hit it. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I'll be back.
Yeah. We can
Ornstein
workshop
says
more
Slave
good
Knight
names.
Gale. His favorite is probably Sir Alon. Sir Alon's a good one.
Sir Alon is too far on the side
Simple
of the
scale?
simple spectrum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just
I
a
mean,
guy's name.
Yeah.
It's like, Joel.
Joel.
What if there was a Dark Souls boss named Big Joel?
Just Joel, not even big. Just,
Yeah.
There's a Dark Souls boss. He's just called Joel. Dude. Okay. So yes. So Finral brings up the one you gotta give it to him. Like Ceaseless Discharge is a crazy good name.
Discharge, yeah.
It's a crazy good name. Ornstein says that like the allure of Sir Alon is that you don't expect a samurai to be called Sir. That's true. I think that is cool.
I'll give you
It
that.
makes him appear a little off kilter. Emma says I like the weapon name Fist of God from Demon Souls. It's a good one.
I gotta say I like Cleric Beast. Just
Cleric
like
Beast,
the
that's a good,
combination
simple one.
of those two words, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I think from Bloodborne, it's probably either, for me, it's either Dark Beast Parl or Abandoned Abritus. I think that's very cool.
Wait,
Like,
is it called? No, it's called Abritus, Daughter of the Cosmos, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. That's right. They
You
just
know
call
what?
her
A
Abandoned
very
Abritus.
high contender, Astel, Natural Born of the Void.
That's a good one.
That's
It
really
is true.
good.
Yeah. I like it when they have name, comma, something.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
The comma makes it.
And you know what? I gotta give it to him. Mikolash, host of the Nightmare.
Ooh, absolutely,
Good
yeah.
one. Everybody hates Mikolash but me. I love him.
Okay,
I
so
think he's great.
we're gonna fight Praetor Rykard, but I think first we
Yeah.
fight God Devouring Serpent, which is
this
great.
is a double boss.
Yeah.
Let me get my stupid Serpent Slayer or whatever.
Melania, first she's Blade of Mikola, and then she's... Is
Goddess
it
of
Melania,
Rot.
comma, Goddess of Rot, or is it just
Yeah.
Goddess of Rot?
It's good. It's Millennia, Goddess of Rot. Yeah.
Both cool, I gotta say.
Yeah. I think Blade of Mikola is cooler both in the
It's cooler
name
for
and
lore.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And equating
And then
her to the
isn't what's his
blade.
name Godfrey is like Godfrey First Elden Lord, which is a good one.
True, yeah.
Something like that. And then he becomes Horalu Warrior. Very cool. very, very cool. It literally is just warrior.
Yeah,
Very awesome.
that's all.
Love it.
All right, let's see
Ornstein
how we
says
do
I
here.
like Lawrence the First Vicar. Yeah,
Ooh, I
I
like
think that's a
that.
good one too. Yeah.
This is just an endless list of names of
I
Dark
know.
Souls bosses.
It's gonna go forever.
Okay, I need to equip this thing. Where is it? Oh, here it
Emma
is.
says
Serpent
calling
Hunter.
anyone blade of something, implying that they themselves are a weapon, is very cool. It's true.
Mhm.
It's true. And I will say, because since we haven't had any rep from it, I do think that that like in Sekiro, one of the bosses is called it's like Owl Father.
Owl,
is very cool.
comma, father.
Yeah. I think it's Owl.
Is it
I think it's actually
parentheses?
like parentheses Father. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So here's a big snake.
Here's
He's
a
got
big
arms, though.
snake. It's the best meme fight in the Souls.
It is. It's the best gimmick fight they've ever done, I think.
Because it's such a spectacle.
It's a spectacle. It's also more active, which I think is the problem in a lot of the gimmicky fights, is that you feel very like you're just kind of sitting around waiting.
You still have to be very careful with timing and spacing.
Well, sort of. If you are just using your R2s, it's not really that hard.
R2 or L2?
You can do R2.
Oh, I thought you had to do L2.
No, you can do R2. L2 just staggers him and does a lot, but R2s are quicker and like have a way bigger range or whatever.
Yeah, much easier.
You're bringing him back. Finral is bringing him back. General loves this boss name.
What boss?
He says, if Sekiro is in play, long armed centipede giraffe. It's just the guy he
I
talks
forgot about
one
that
time.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
He loves that guy. Ah, crud. I'm really stuck in a wall, bud. Okay.
We got him. We
First
got
phase
devouring
done.
serpent anyway. Rip. Man,
Emma
this
says I use-
cutscene we're about to see is ridiculous.
It is. Ornstein also says that he really likes Ludwig the Holy Blade. Very good one.
Agreed. What is Ludwig's the phase 1 name? Ludwig the Accursed.
The Accursed, yeah. And then
Also good.
he's Holy Blade, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
That's so stupid.
He looks like a big thumb.
Yeah, he does. He looks like one of those floops from Spy Kids.
Yes,
One
he
of the little
does.
thumb men,
Like that
yeah.
mixed with Thanos.
Like Thanos.
But he's
He's
holding a
also got,
sword
like-
inside his neck the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Swafford knows this because we had this conversation a long time ago.
Oh
but
god.
like I am not the biggest fan of Rykard in the world. I think his like mimetic status is kind of annoying. And we had
I
this
didn't
whole
even
big
realize
thing.
he had mimetic status.
Oh yeah.
I know people like the together thing he does.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. They say it all the time. But we were talking once about how like I was embattled. Okay, I'm gonna tell the stream this. I was embattled by people who loved the Blasphemous Blade.
It's
whenever
a
this
great
game-
weapon.
They loved it. Everybody I knew loved this thing, and they never stopped talking about it ever. No matter how hard you tried to get them to stop talking about it, they would keep talking about it.
I think these are two different things.
No, it's not two different things.
I have had
Rykard-
a single conversation involving you about liking this sword.
Yeah, no, you and Jordan both we talked about the Blasphemous Blade a lot.
Once. One
You
time.
talked about it once, sure, but it was part of a larger conflict.
Sure.
You don't say
It's a
that just
systemic
because-
problem.
It's
is
a
what you're
systemic
saying.
problem. You don't say that just because a guy was at one battle that he didn't fight in the war. You know what I mean? He was
What
there.
if I didn't know I even enlisted?
Well, you did. The issue for me of Rykard is that I find his Andrew referred to it as it's high fantasy camp! Exclamation point. He
It
said
is.
to me.
I agree. What is this whole fight if not that?
I agree. Swaffer says about himself.
I agree with myself.
And to me, I think it is so much so. I don't mind him; it's whatever. But I think the oh wow, he's so funny because he's so goofy, weird, whatever, guar. Like I just find it kind of annoying. That's all. And I think the Blasphemous Blade is stupid.
It's very
Sorry,
fun. I think it looks kind of hideous. So I actually did a playthrough where I pretty much beat the game with it. And I didn't love looking at it, gotta say. But love playing with it. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Very good game feel.
You should be able to get him. He got me, but you should be able to get him.
I got him.
Ornstein says he is not a fan either. I wish he was more fleshed out beyond funny snake voice. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Emma says, I don't like the aesthetic of Blasphemous Blade. Where have you guys been? Here are my reinforcements finally. Emma says, Ornstein says, Elden Ring YouTubers, try not to say Rivers of Blood is overpowered while using Blasphemous Blade in
I
every single
died.
playthrough. Impossible.
That was rough. For people who could
I'll
actually
back
see
up.
that. The area denial was strong there.
Emma says, I would actually say that, in fact, I hate it.
Wow.
I think the Blasphemous Blade is a good weapon, but I hate it.
Man, tensions are high
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
in the Blasphemous Blade discourse.
Anyway, it's whatever, but I think the Blasphemous Blade is dumb, and I don't like it. I think it looks stupid. In the same way that I don't like in like Marvel, I don't like the symbiotes. I think they're stupid and like annoying. But everybody is like, oh, but Venom is a symbiote, yeah. And I'm like, it's just not. Ugh. I don't. It's not even that, like, 'cause I like a good gross thing, you know. But it's like there's a point where it becomes like annoying because it's all the time. And it's like the same thing of like why I've always found the aesthetic of like Gwar or for that matter like Warhammer to be like yeah it's fine in like small doses, but it's not something that I could like really get into because it's like just it's trying so hard, you know what I mean? And I guess that's kind of how I feel about this. It's just like a tiny little. It's a proxy fight of a larger thing.
Yeah, here, I mean, there's not a ton in Elden Ring that's like going for camp or going for humor. There's definitely some sprinkled throughout, but this is kind of one pit stop on your way towards like much more serious like narrative and characters.
And I don't need something to be super narratively serious, honestly. I don't care. Like I really like a lot of, I mean, we were just talking about Micolash. Like I think Micolash is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's funny in a different way, I think. And the type of like the aesthetic flourish of stuff like Rykard or the symbiotes or Warhammer or whatever is just one that I don't like, I guess. And I don't, I don't know. Finral, a notorious Warhammer liker, says, Rykard is cool. Blasphemous Blade looks fake and plasticky to me.
It does. Like, it's supposed to be, like, veins and blood and stuff, but it looks like rubber.
Ornstein says, I hate the Blasphemous Blade.
Oh my god.
It's gross and overpowered.
It is overpowered. That's kind of what makes it fun to use. Especially, like, by the time you get it, you're pretty much in the last half of the game, right? Where things start to get what I would call unbalanced. And so it is fun to kind of tip the scales of that balance in your favor a little bit. Is he staggered?
I don't know. I'm just hitting buttons, I'll be honest with you.
Left index finger, right index finger.
That's right, basically. Take a sip be quickly. There we go.
Oop. Man, what is this arena beyond just like this circle that we're fighting in?
So Volcano Manor.
Cave?
Yeah, it's like a big cave with like incense and stuff strung up everywhere.
Remembrance of the Blasphemous.
Ornstein says, Rykard is supposed to be a joke, but we already have a Godric for that, so why not make Rykard an imposing figure that the Lord of his Inquisitors make him appear to be? Fair enough.
I don't think that Rykard is a joke narratively. Like, he's not a joke. I guess, like, we're using the word joke in two different ways here. Right?
Probably.
Like, Rykard, I think, is a joke for the audience. Like,
Yeah.
Look at this silly thing that we designed. Godric is a joke in the world of the game. where
I think
like
Godric is also
figuratively.
kind of a joke on the design-wise too, though. Like both ways, you know. I think Godric kind of works as a double joke
Double
in this game.
jokes.
Yeah. I don't know if we're aware of double jokes here, if we're allowed to talk about them.
I don't know. I might need to silence this blasphemous speech.
Bosses are OP. You're supposed to be OP, but you can be so much more OP than bosses if you lack restraint, says Ornstein. I don't know. I don't really care about how OP the blasphemous blade is. I do think that it was like a little bit dime a dozen. That's more my thing. And maybe it is me just trying to be like, oh, well, I just want to use something unique, man. Yeah, maybe. But I do think it was annoying, like in the same way that like Rivers and Moonveil are annoying in PvE to like basically everybody that you were summoning for a while for PvE was using like Blasphemous, and all the YouTube guides were like, use Blasphemous Blade, and everybody's talking about Blasphemous Blade being the best thing in the world and all that. And it's just kind of like, leave me alone. I get it, okay? I understand.
Well, like, if you're playing Dark Souls 1, right?
Yeah.
And you're a new person who doesn't know how to play the game, and you look up, like, what are some tips for beginners in Dark Souls 1? You're going to find something that says, go in the graveyard and get the Zweihander, which you should definitely do. Like, that is definitely an experience that you need to have with that game, I think. And I think that it's fine for there to be like fun, overpowered weapons in this game too.
I never said that wasn't okay. I played.
That's what I heard. I heard that you're trying to censor from software.
Calm down, Alex Jones. I'm not trying to deplatform the Blasphemous Blade here. I don't care about that part of it. I don't care that it's OP and stupid. I think that stuff like that is fun and dumb or whatever. Like, you could do your stupid thing. Yeah. I don't care about. I like variability, okay?
I feel you.
And especially in a game like Elden Ring where there are 700 billion stupid weapons to use.
There are.
It was annoying to be suggested Blasphemous Blade at every turn by every single person and being like, have you tried the Blasphemous Blade, dude? It's really cool. And I'm like, okay, I get this. I get it. It's ugly. I don't want to use it. And also I've played with so many people using it. I understand that it is good, you know. That's kind of where I am at with it. And also Rykard is a nerd. That's basically it.
Rykard is a nerd.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for participating in the Blasphemous Blade discourse, everyone.
That's right.
It's been quite a ride. But that has been Volcano Manor. Next week, I'm assuming we're just going to do Lanedell, right?
Sure.
We've sort of sprinted through it before, but I think the whole stream could probably be Lanedell, and finish with Morgott, which I think is a pick among many people watching as the best boss in the game. So that'll be fun.
He's very fun. Yeah.
That'll be it, I suppose. Anything else, Cam?
No. I hope everyone has a good night and a good week.
Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next Monday. Bye.
See ya.